and hello. It is myself, it is I, the light of the Leo. So happy to have you here. I am continuing my struggle to be me series. And today I'm talking about operating greater than I feel. And I am not having this conversation by myself. I have the person that keeps me legit. My brother Jonathan is
What's
here.
going on, y'all?
Hello, hello, hello. I totally forgot about this. He said I was talking to my daddy on the phone, making sure he good, and I saw this message of text that was sent unto me from my brother, and he said, let me tell you guys exactly what he said because he had a word for me. He says, "I'm ready when you are." You see how sweet that was?
Yeah.
He said that at 9:04.
Oh,
And I
four.
saw it at 9:06. I said, "Oh, forgot I had a show."
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good evening, Regina.
Hello,
Good to
Regina.
see you. Good to see you. And if you're watching, go ahead and say hey so that we can say hey. All right. Operating greater than I feel, y'all. Um so just to let you guys know, this actual topic came from my friend Joseph. We were talking and he was mentioning that's something that we can certainly talk about operating greater than we feel because I am in a process of opening up more and more, slowly but surely becoming something that I never knew I'd be, as well as, playing that role.
hmm
Um, and when I say playing that role, just being a help to other people. Um, like shoot, right after I got out, before I got on the phone with my father, I was on the phone with Joseph, helping him with something emotional. And I told him, like, I'm not sure if I can help you with this because I don't know what I'd be able to say to talk you off this particular ledge. And that's what I do for my friends. I keep it incredibly real. But in the midst of getting more information, I had a wealth of knowledge and advice to give to him. And after I pretty much poured out into him, he said, "And you said you didn't think that you'd be able to help me."
Right.
I was like, okay. So so operating greater than I feel. What that means to me is pushing forward in the greatness that I know that I have, not being sure that I'll succeed, not being sure that people will see that it's great, not
Right.
being sure that it's going to happen the way God wanted it to happen. But what's really amazing about operating greater than I feel is that things come to pass. Things things come through. Sometimes I get riled up for no reason. And I'm starting to get to a space where I'm focusing more on being more positive about the things that the Lord is having me to stand up in.
Mm.
One of those things, they're calling on me at my church to to give a scripture during our prayer that we have over the phone for our women's prayer. And all I look at it as originally is just something that they want me to do. And I'm just going to do my best, give them all I got, and keep it pushing.
Right.
But sometimes, well, most of the time, I'm not looking at the bigger effect in it, that they see something in me,
Right.
that they, I'm going to try my best not to look at your face, Jonathan, and all your expressions. Anyway, they see something in me and that they're asking this of me because I have done it before. And co-pastor, the pastor's wife, she made sure I stayed around because everybody's trying to hug her on the way out the door, right?
hmm
Everybody's trying to show love to her, make sure they do that before they leave. But she made sure, she said, "Don't you go nowhere." She made sure to keep me there so she can let me know when I did it the first time, when I gave the scripture the first time. She said, "You did so well. I didn't want you to stop because I gave a little sermonette." You know what I'm
Okay.
uh, the Bible verse that says to, don't be anxious for anything, instead pray about everything.
Right.
And that was my scripture. And I went on to say, God does not want us to be anxious. He doesn't want us to live a life of fear. He doesn't want us to live a life of being worried about these things. This is why we have him. So we go to Christ, just as we're doing tonight as the ladies' prayer. That's why we go to him. And she liked it. She even liked every prayer that I've done. She's made sure to tell me that she enjoyed my prayers, and it's so easy, and I know you know, Jonathan. It's so easy to look at our own work that we're doing less favorably and feel as if other people are doing it better. So I need to slow down. Do you have any thoughts before I continue to move forward?
Right. It's just the simple fact that we are all our own worst enemies.
Ugh,
We're our own worst enemies. That's how it is because we only see things through our lens. We don't see it through anyone else's lens, and because we don't know what effect we will have on others until we actually see that. Then we're always going to discount ourselves. We're always going to do things like that to say, I'm not as good as I think these people think that I am, or as I want to be. But I think we have to sometimes fake it until we make it. And then once we do get there, then it will become like second nature to us to then do
absolutely.
whatever it is that we were supposed to do. But because we're all our own worst enemies, we don't see what it is that other people see. But it's a good thing that other people see it so that then we can see it as well. First, God sees it,
Yeah,
and then He'll try to show
and
show
reveal it.
us our
Yeah.
greatness.
Mm.
But then at other times, He'll use others to tell us as well. So
Absolutely. And uh, when we're out here winging it, and and what was funny about this for me, Jonathan, just listening to what you said, as we continue to do it, becomes second nature. But this is what's funny to me. It's already second nature. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? It's
right,
already second nature, but you know, I'm getting in my way of being like, I'm not sure if I got this, or I'm not sure if I'm giving you what you need. But God is telling me I have everything and more. I do it in a different way, and that's why people gravitate towards it. Don't change, keep on doing you, and you're going to continue to be blessed, and you're going to continue to bless other people in the midst of that.
right.
so so though that's something that I'm certainly learning. I'm certainly learning every single day to just operate and continue to move forward, whether I feel that it's grand or not. Whew. I didn't know I had so much to say about this.
That's okay, but I've underestimated myself quite a bit, especially. Well, I didn't think much of myself at all when I was much younger. But when I began to come into myself and to get into the community, and saw what it is that I can contribute to it,
Mhm,
then that's when I was able to get into my groove. I kind of put myself out there. The 15-year-old me would have never thought that I would travel to Atlanta, on just a whim at the age of what I think it was 20, to meet Kevin from the Scorpion Show. And I
mhm,
didn't tell anybody that I was going. I went to work that morning, and then I got right on the road as soon as I got off and went down to see Kevin and all the other YouTubers. And I just wanted to put myself out there, so I just took a chance. But
mhm.
15, 16-year-old me probably would never think of doing that, but that's because I didn't know who I was back then. So as we grow, we get better and better, and that's the great thing about time is we get better with time a lot of the time.
Amen.
So that's the great thing.
And I like how you said a lot of the time we get better at time. As long as you are attempting to do so, you
Yes,
will you will get better
you're attempting to
regardless.
You're attempting to make progress.
Absolutely. And not only, attempting to make progress, but attempting to learn from any mistakes, anybody else's mistakes around you, continuing to learn because there are those people that you look at like just doing the most.
Hmm.
Um, you don't necessarily look down on them, but you say, I just can't be that person.
Right. I do
Just
that.
that
I see that
can't
a
be
lot.
me. I could never be that way. And those are the people that you learn from.
Right. A
Those
lot
are
of
the
time.
people that you learn from.
A lot of times I will be in certain circles and I'll be thinking, I'm glad I'm me. I'm so glad I am me.
Come
Like
on.
what makes me me? That's what I love. And again, that goes along with you understanding who you are and beginning to love yourself. There are
Absolutely.
so many people out here who do not love themselves, and
Huh.
that's step A number one. You have to love yourself, because like RuPaul said, if you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else? If you're not confident in who you are, then you cannot be effective.
And that's where
um
you need to begin.
right, exactly.
Man, I think that's another part of operating greater than I feel. I I know that I'm awesome and amazing. And when I say that I'm awesome and amazing, it's not a slight to anybody else. Does it make me better than you? No. Does it make me still amazing and awesome? Yes.
Hmm.
Does it make you less than or not awesome or amazing? No.
Right.
It's like it's about how I feel about me. And that feeling has continued to grow as God has shown me more and more. God has told me you are a genius. God has told me you are brilliant. And it's like, you show, Lord. And, and he's told me, and that thing kept repeating in my mind till I actually started believing it.
Right.
And I do believe it. I am freaking brilliant and I'm amazing. Is that a slight? Or does that mean that everybody else around me is less than?
No.
Absolutely not. I am Jennifer.
Right.
I am the light of the Leo. I am freaking amazing. And if anybody would feel a way about me operating in that space, I would encourage you to check how you feel about yourself.
Exactly, because there can be a room full of 10 amazing people. If one person says, "You know what? I'm the ish."
Yeah.
That doesn't diminish the greatness of the other 9 people that are in the room. And the only yes, the only people who will feel slighted by something like that is someone who does not see themselves in that light. And that just means they have more work to do. That's all that is.
And
Because
that's
they can get
exactly
there
what that
too.
is. That's exactly what that is. Because we've all been made amazingly
Right.
and with purpose. And I can't say all it takes because it's not a simple process. But
Right.
what it takes is to get into yourself. Slow down with everybody else around you, boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, sometimes even family, especially family that doesn't uplift you. Um, and it's time to get to you. And the best way, in my opinion, the way that I did it, and I feel like it's the easiest way because doing things alone like that is not cool. Um, when you go to God and start asking, who am I? Who did you create me to be? What makes me special? And even if you're doing the same things as others, like there are a bajillion people on this earth with YouTube channels doing, talking motivation, doing it. But you know what? There are people that are going to gravitate towards me because of who I am.
Right.
And hopefully it's because of how I make them feel. I hope that there's positivity flowing into them as I speak and talk about my issues, my struggles, and hoping that people will be able people will be able to relate so that they can find their own freedom.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, whether you are a girlfriend, fiance, husband or wife, whether you're a boyfriend, whether you are a father, mother, brother, sister, um, daughter, son, grandchild, no matter what role you play in other people's life,
Hmm.
if you don't have you first, you are not going to be your best for everybody else.
That's right.
If and that's how I feel about mothers and wives. You know, it's easy for women because it's in our nature. It's certainly in our nature. All women and anybody that has a feminine nature about them, femininity, a feminine energy about them.
Hmm.
Anybody like that automatically goes to take care of
Right.
and make sure everybody else is good. And it's so easy to forget about ourselves.
Right.
So when we get to ourselves, we can be the better parents. We can be better in all other aspects in our lives, from work to home,
Right.
because we know how to feed ourselves. And I also believe that's another way of operating greater than you feel. Sometimes that can be to a detriment. That could be a bad thing sometimes
Hmm.
because you're ignoring how you're feeling to operate. But I encourage all of you to make sure you're tending to yourself.
Right. Sometimes I will ask myself, "Are you good?
Mm,
Are you good?" And I'll just say yes, yes, I am good because you know me, Jennifer. A lot of times I will think worst case scenario in any situation,
absolutely.
but then I have to have that realization that things are not nearly as bad as I feel like they might be, and there are others out there who have it much much worse than me. But you have to have a self check every now and then. Check in with yourself.
Absolutely.
I know it might sound a little bit crazy, talking to yourself, but you got to check in with yourself, just like you have to check in with your friends, just like you have to check in with your family members, those who you love. Checking on them, especially those who seem like they're the strongest. You must check
Yes.
on those people because that strength might be a cover up for something else.
Mhm.
Just check in with yourself from time to time. Are you good? And if you're not good, figure out a way to see how it is that you can get into a better place.
Absolutely, to take the time to do so.
Right.
And who, for anybody that does want to start that process, I want to let you know something. This process is not for the faint of heart. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be rewarding for sure.
Hmm.
Absolutely. But it's not going to be easy because as you continue to take inventory, not only of the people around you, but the things that you're doing that you were under the impression that was making you happy or giving you joy, or adding to your life that that might not be good for you. Um, People will start to fall away.
Yeah.
Situations and moments might start to leave you. And that is not easy. It's like a divorce, you know. But in the end, you always come out victorious when you look out for yourself.
Right.
Even in a marriage, I'm in a marriage. And I had to realize that I am just as important as my husband,
Right.
and vice versa. We both have our own lives and our own dreams and the things that we want to contribute to the marriage and life period. And neither one of us are ever going to truly be happy if we're not paying attention to ourselves as well as to each other. So I encourage everyone to get to themselves. I don't care if you are married or in a relationship or not. You have to find you,
Right.
because a lot of people, that's what people are doing, running around looking for themselves,
Right. And
especially
and and the
the
best thing to do while on this journey is to not look to the side and decide at everyone else's
Whew,
experiences. Do not compare yourself to others. I know we've touched on this before, but when you compare yourself to others, then you're being unreasonable to yourself,
Yeah.
because you do not know what that other person's full situation is. So again, focus on yourself. Yes, tend to those who are in your life, but you have to get in with that self love, y'all.
Yeah, not only self-love, self-appreciation, um, upliftment. Go to a movie if you okay, here's my thing. If
Right. Find
you
what works for
can't
you.
if
Find
you
what
can't go
works for
to a
you.
movie by yourself, if you can't do stuff by yourself, if you can't enjoy you
Right.
by yourself, not saying that there's a major problem, but maybe you start asking some questions. Why can't I go here and there by myself?
Right. I'm going to a water park at the end of the month by myself, and I know I'm gonna have me a good old time. Okay. I will be a-okay riding down
And
all them slides,
every single one
child.
of them.
Every
Um,
single one of them. Huh?
the thing
I'll probably even ask some other people on a 4 person or 5 person ride. Can I get in
let's go.
get in with y'all? Is it cool? Child, I'm gonna have me a good old time, y'all.
But but that's the thing, you know? Some people don't even know how to be with themselves. Try to figure out why you don't wanna be by yourself.
Why you don't enjoy your own company? I enjoy my company. We the leads, we like our me time,
Oh,
okay?
you better say that. Certainly do. And you know, if you start to say stuff like, "Well, no one wants to be lonely," well, let's think about this. Who's saying that? Is it the rest of the world or yourself?
Mm.
Who's really, um, you know well, oh gosh, I'm about to cough. Hold on.
Just a little bit of body management. That's that's what's going on there. And that's all it is. That is all that is. Taking care of ourselves, honey.
Absolutely. But yeah, I encourage everybody to find what it is to be by yourself. Even if you have to, I don't know, find the things that you love. Can I tell you what I like doing, Jonathan?
What do you like doing?
I like playing The Sims, and I could play it for hours by myself.
Yes.
Hours. Okay,
And you have been on Sims for the longest.
the longest,
The
and it
longest.
still gives me joy. It still brings me joy.
I didn't know they still did the Sims, child. Are they still updating with newer versions of it?
Yeah, they got the most recent one is Sims 4, and of course they come out with all kinds of packs to make it better.
Right.
So yeah, I'm certainly into that. Um, so there are things that make me happy, and also taking care of yourself is just another thing. But back on to operating greater than I feel. Um, one part of that is right now for me is making sure I have just having lip gloss, at least lip gloss every time I get on the camera. That has been something that I've been holding true to, and not saying that it's a requirement of life. You must have lip gloss, but I know I look good.
Right.
You
We must keep our lips moisturized. I personally like to keep my lips moisturized, mainly because I'm really big on lips, and I'm feeling like, okay, so if there's a man out there who's really big on lips too, and he sees mine and they all crusty, dusty, and disgusted, then he ain't gonna want to kiss me. So I need to make sure I am ready at all times.
all time
Okay.
moisturization, but
Thank
it's
you, Carmex.
okay. And for me, it's just trying to pep myself up, little gussy up just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I deserve more, and sometimes I don't feel that way, but I certainly continue to do the lip gloss thing. I certainly continue to do my job, even though sometimes I get hard on myself. Still operating greater than I feel. Um, And it's just so many other things like, in the church realm, shoot, with the prayers that I've been doing every Saturday at Faithful Warrior Ministries, all of that has been, shoot, even being on the Juice Radio and Talk Show, sometimes I don't feel like it, and sometimes I don't feel like I'm qualified. Those are
Right.
moments where I just get down on myself, but I still keep going and give everything I can in it, and I continue to prove myself
Right. Exactly.
wrong because I'm fine. I'm doing this well.
The doubts will come along regardless. It's
Yeah.
a part of life. It's what you do with that doubt. That's the kicker. It's what you do with it. Are you going to settle in that doubt? Are you
Oh,
going to
stop.
give in to that doubt? No, absolutely not. Not me. Okay, not I, said the cat.
Absolutely. We're not going to give up just because we don't feel great. We'll continue to operate above. And at the same time, making sure that we check in with ourselves because
Right.
we don't want to be operating greater than we feel blindly. Even if I don't feel great, I still feel I need to be in the space to acknowledge, hey, I ain't feeling all that great.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do this show real quick, let y'all have it, and I'm gonna get back to me.
Right. Right.
And that's what I'm doing. But I just want to make sure I say out loud. I want to make sure you guys know that my Struggle to Be Me series is working for me. It is working. Saying these things out loud, um, really pouring out my heart and being transparent has been so great. Starting to really see how my destructive thinking of myself has been affecting um, my thought process. I
Right.
feel so positive about everything else but myself sometimes.
Hmm.
So, having these conversations has started this process of me checking myself. And I want to thank you guys for joining me in this process. Make sure you put into the comments if you can relate, let me know. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not by myself. If you
Okay.
if you can if you can relate, put that in the comments. And shoot, if you want to let anybody else know that you can relate, go ahead and send me an email at where would you send it? Do faithfulwarriorministries@gmail.com.
Yeah, because I don't even know what your personal email address is. I don't think. Is it JStar? No, it's not JStar, right? Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
Starbright@gmail.com.
Oh, okay. Hey, learn something new every day.
I certainly have that one. I had the JStarL one too. I got JStarL, JStarbright, and yeah, yeah. Oh, Regina. She says, yes, we can relate. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Regina. Whew, that is our time. Let us not go too far because I would like some cereal.
Yes, and I need to watch Raising Canaan Child because I know it's going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
good. Marvin is going to get it in with the therapist, honey, and I can't wait to see it.
My lord. Anywho, is that another show that I'm going to be required to watch?
No, because I don't think Mike watches it. I enjoy it. Mommy doesn't watch it. It's been a little lackluster this season. It's on the second season
Mhm.
now. The first season was pretty good. A lot of people like it better than the Tommy Show, the fourth show. I don't know how I would rank them really. I think I like Power Ghost maybe the most,
Mhm.
then Kanan, then Tommy. But I like Tommy too, so it is what it is.
Whatever's.
Yeah.
All right. So, to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram and I say Twitter. I haven't been able to change my Twitter thing. It's still JStarBright. But anyway, um, follow me on Instagram and TikTok at the Light of the Leo. Been doing a pretty good job at least posting once. I need to ramp it up to every day for sure. But
Me
I'm at
too.
least okay. At least posting once. Why don't you do more little videos like that?
I don't know. I think I'm such a planner.
Mhm.
I feel like I have to know what I'm going to say in the video, and like I have to, everything has to be meticulously done. And I
Mhm.
guess I don't know. I don't know.
And I think
I don't know.
also because you don't know how to do a TikTok like that, right?
I'm sure I can figure it out.
I'm gonna have to show you just to make sure so you can not only get it from TikTok, but to Instagram and from Instagram to Facebook too.
Okay,
Go
okay.
on all your platforms. We'll figure that out. Anyway,
Yeah, we can do that in Orlando.
yeah, we can. Delilah the Leo, that's me. And it's a name that was given to me. Really, really nice. And you can. Oh, go ahead. You can.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is JoJo_3020. My TikTok is JoJo_3020_. My email address is WilliamJonathanLee@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook, Jonathan Lee. And can I tell about my YouTube channel?
Absolutely.
My YouTube channel is JoJo Speaks. Just type in JoJo Speaks into the search bar. It will pop right on up. I post videos with my co-host Jennifer, her lovely husband Tyrone, and our friend Mike every Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. with hot topics and social commentary. So if you're interested in knowing what our opinions are on the latest happenings and goings on in the world, make sure you check us out again. JoJo Speaks on YouTube, 9:30 p.m. on Thursday nights. Make sure you subscribe and share.
Absolutely. And if you I don't care where you are, just go ahead and make sure you subscribe to this channel.
Yes.
I was about to call it JoJo Speaks.
No, that ain't it.
That's not it. But you can subscribe there too. But subscribe to the Line of the Leo, this channel right here. If you're on Facebook and you need to get over from Facebook to YouTube to subscribe, just go ahead and just type in "My Struggle to Be Me" Line of the Leo, and you automatically see me. Because if you just put Line of the Leo, you just see a bunch of tarot card readers. No shade or anything like that to them. It's just that's just not me. So yeah, if you're trying to find me, that's how you can find me on the YouTubes. And I'll make sure to get a link into the Facebook so that you guys can go ahead and subscribe to my channel. What else? Okay. I also want to make sure I say that we are also on the Juice Radio and Talk Show on YouTube. Just type in the Juice Radio and Talk Show, the whole thing, and you'll be able to see that red mug where you will find like if you're on YouTube right now, that's who's in the chat right now. The Juice Radio and Talk Show. Type that in, go ahead and subscribe to it immediately because let me tell you, we be having some great church conversations there. And the show that comes up every week is the Thursday night show at 7:30 that has the church conversation and stuff like that. So I really think you guys would enjoy it. So go ahead and type that up and subscribe. And the last thing that I have to let you know about is Faithful Warrior Ministries prayer/podcast. We come together, we come together every Saturday morning at 10-ish a.m. and we read a devotional as well as pray together. And we, of course, talk about our walk with the Lord together, putting it to real life and just having the conversation. Is such a great community there. And we know we're all praying for each other. And what better can you do? So,
Right.
that's another thing. You'll be able to find Faithful Warrior Ministries on YouTube. Type in Faithful Warrior Ministries. You'll automatically see my face. You'll see it on Facebook. Subscribe to the YouTube, like the Facebook, Faithful Warrior Ministries. And also, if you go to wherever you get your podcast from, type in Faithful Warrior Ministries. You won't see my face, but you will see the prayer hands, and that will be us. All right. Thank you guys once again for joining me. Continue to comment. Make sure to like the video and all of my other videos if you got the time on your hands. And of course, like I said, subscribe. We want to get the word out and we want to help other people get some of these feelings out. So thank you for riding with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Jonathan, for reminding me that I had a show to do. All right.
Absolutely. That's what I'm here for, girl.
Absolutely. Holding me accountable and such. All right. So about to go. My bit of encouragement for today. Please put yourself first. Being selfish is not a bad word. It's just considering yourself. It may seem bad for everybody else around you because you are demanding better. But make sure that you are first treating yourself the best. And in turn, hold everybody else accountable around you for doing the same. You deserve it. And don't take anything less. God bless you. I love you. Jonathan loves you too.
I sure do. Bye,
Bye.
y'all.